Ah, yes indeed, people, I did shamelessly clickbait the title of this video because Lord knows I am never wrong and nor will I ever apologize, but stick around, this should be fun. Cause holy crap did I upset the fanboys with that Jordan Peterson video, and oh boy! You know, I went through that comment section and I realized, my god, I am a genius! My IQ is so much higher than other people. The power emanating from my huge, brilliant mind, the sheer intellectual weight of my words has fried many people's brains. Because if the comment section is anything to go by, clearly I have rendered many a people mentally incapacitated. People are extrapolating things I never said, imposing their own experience in ways that have nothing to do with the conversation at hand, and as usual, everyone who disagrees with me never bother addressing any point I actually made. I've noticed this trend. The people who agree with me will mention the points as to why, but the people who don't spurg out like spastics. I wonder why that is. So I've recognized my great power, and I promise I will exercise it with more caution in the future, especially when I'm being satirical. Now, given that it's me, I will get one thing off my chest. Those in the comment section that brought up Jordan Peterson's diet, every single one of you is a fucking idiot because the tweet in question had to do with his diet. In fact, let's revisit the tweet again. This is what he said. When I see obese people now, I always think serious and unfortunate physical illness brought on by food, pyramid, carbohydrate propagandists. If you lard-arsing fanboys will stop dick-riding Peterson for a moment and explain to me and my audience why you feel the need to bring up Peterson's own personal diet and his autoimmune disorder, or why any of that is even relevant, feel free to tell us right after you stop radiating your balls and eating paint chips. I even said in the video, I do not want to have a go at him personally or his diet. I actually complimented his diet. I said it's pretty based. This is what drove me nuts. The people in the comments who said, oh, why didn't you bring up Jordan Peterson's health problems? Because, you stupid fucking assholes, he doesn't bring up his health problems in the tweet. You cockwits did. Do you realize how much of a self-centered bellend you would look if two people are discussing carbohydrates and obesity and you waltz in and go, I have autoimmune problems? Good for you, I don't give a fuck. That's not part of the conversation. If Jordan wrote, I have problems X, Y, and Z, I believe due to carbohydrate consumption, I wouldn't have said anything because now he is speaking about himself and I don't have any reason to disbelieve him. Do you understand the difference? Because if you don't, stop watching my videos, you're an idiot. So I'm going to take this one quite literally. He says, see people. It's not discuss, it's not speak to, it's not analyze their lifestyle, it's merely visual. If I see someone who's overweight, carbohydrate propaganda does not exactly come to mind. Laziness, ill discipline, and excessive caloric consumption comes to mind. It always blows my mind the people who say, oh, I cut out carbs and I lost weight. So you ate less food and you lost weight. My God, what a revelation. Let me try and explain this to you people. So I'm going to ask you, put on your thinking caps. And for many of you, this will be the first time you've done this. But don't worry, don't be afraid. I'll be here to hold your hand. You're going to be fine. If I have here a clinical psychologist who professes food group A causes obesity, all right? But on the other hand, I have a group of people consuming food group A in massive quantities, and they are not obese. Being a rational, logical, intelligent human being, I am now forced into examining this peculiar situation because I'm confronted with contradictory evidence. Is the clinical psychologist perhaps incorrect? Because on face value, he appears to be. Why is it that this group of people can consume this food group in massive quantities and not become obese? Is there perhaps a common variable in the people of this particular group? And we find out, yes there is. They're athletes, strength trainers, people whose professions involve copious amounts of physical activity far beyond that of the average person in modern day society. Okay, so now we have ourselves a hypothesis, activity to energy consumption ratio. Is there then perhaps also something consistent with previous individuals who've also engaged in this profession? Yes, there is, in fact, going all the way back to the beginning of the previous century. Is there a way that I can test this conclusion? Yes, I can use myself. Did it work? Yes, so that's my conclusion. If you disagree with this assessment, that's because you're wrong and full of shit and probably overweight. This is the reason why I brought up these strength trainers and the bodybuilders who I've noticed not a single person who disagreed with me in the video brought up. I wonder why. Probably because they're too busy stuffing their faces. Apparently, people are too stupid to understand what generic points but they are not set in stone means. Before I mentioned Mikey, the jiu-jitsu champ, whose dietary philosophy I would disagree with far more than what Peterson said, but Mikey isn't the one making this absurdly stupid claim that all carbs are evil. He inhales them in enormous quantities, and he's happy, and he has great performance, so more power to him. Obviously, I can't address all the dumb comments, there's a fair bloody few of them, so I'll select some of the top doozies I have. Either the title is misleading or clickbait, and I won't engage in this. Well done, by the way, you've clearly done a great job on that front. JP is not anti-carb. Yes, he is. But he just proved that the food pyramid is not the same for all of us with autoimmune and high inflammatory response. Again, look at Jordan's tweet. Serious and unfortunate physical illness brought on by food pyramid carbohydrate propagandists. That tells me he believes obesity-driven serious physical illness is brought about by carbohydrate consumption, which is a crock of shit. Secondly, if you have an autoimmune problem, this video was not about you. It's about obesity. I am on the low to non-carb diet and my IBS is almost gone. My sarcoidosis is manageable without huge doses of cortisol now and in remission. Okay, good for you. Glad you're healthy, but still, see the previous video? Not set in stone. Why frame his views as propaganda? That's super disingenuous. No, it isn't, and I did so because he said so in his tweet. Try and keep up, Junior. Even if his views on this topic were what you're presenting them as in the video, they're not. Yes, they are. They wouldn't be propaganda. They would be one man's opinion. Yes, in much the same way that Genghis Khan was great for Asian race relations is also one man's opinion. Too spicy? Alright then. Oh, I like this one. This one's actually funny. This is the biggest load of tripe. Yes, tell us how you really feel. Every endocrinologist prescribes a low-carb diet for healthy testosterone and hormone functionality. That is actually more to do with healthy fat. Peterson isn't on to something new here. We didn't say he was. The Masai Mara, which is the location, not the tribe by the way, and Inuit both eat a no-carb diet and have survived for millennia, and they aren't obese. I've never seen a cave painting of people hunting and eating carbs. Yes, tribes that never produced any wealthy advanced civilizations aren't obese. I am so shocked. You mean a group of people who hunt aren't overweight? Oh, stunning and brave. Does it ever occur to you excessive cold makes it more difficult to farm? No, probably not. And you know the Maasai tribe are those known for eating cow's blood, right? And they started eating maize and rice because it helps with their growing numbers. But do you think no tribal group ever farmed? Do you think everyone in Africa eats pure protein and fats, no fruits or grains or anything? You know, you should really look at Zimbabwe. Well, at least before the stupid land grabs. Scraping the bottom of the barrel for dietary content is so lame. Get a life spoon. I think we've upset them. Someone get them a blankie for Christmas. Can people like you stop cloud chasing? Yes, probably, but we're not going to. You're not Sean, a name I can't even pronounce, and Peterson isn't some TikTok kid pushing bro science. He may as well be. Our consumption of processed carbs, keep that one in mind, and oils has increased these past 70 years and parodies that of the obesity rates almost exactly. Peterson is not saying anything radical here. Yes, he is. He doesn't eat carbs personally due to his autoimmune illness, important context that was for some reason excluded from this video. Oh, for heaven's sake, it is the same fucking point every bloody time. Jordan Peterson's own diet has fuck all to do with what he said. Can you impotent, frog-humping wankers stay on point? This one is the typical idiot I spoke about in the beginning of the video. Doesn't mention any point that I brought up, no mention of the physical activity at all. No, it is just the blanket moronic response of processed carbs bad, which no one disagrees with, by the way. I'm amazed you can bring up the processed carbs, but not the raw complex ones, yet you can't make the distinction between the two. Does it ever occur to you society has become more sedentary as technology has advanced? No, we're not going to touch that one. The spoon might have a point there. Also, who gives a fuck if I'm not some gym bro meathead? Is the science going to have any more validity in the real world just because the author of this opinion has a set of abs that gets your dick hard? No, it isn't. But I do want to address the cloud chasing thing because he isn't the only pleb that brought that one up. In case this is not obvious, Jordan Peterson is a publicly known figure. Stop me if this hurts your brain. And if he puts his opinion out in the public, anyone is free to criticize him. He's not immune from this. As a matter of fact, putting your opinion out there is going to bring you public attention. If you don't like this, then don't put your opinions out in the public. Problem solved. And your accusations of cloud chasing is laughable. Go look at my videos. I've done hundreds. This is the first one that I've done that even freaking mentions Peterson in the damn title. So if I was somehow going to grift off the Peterson name here, care to explain to me how A, why am I doing this only now, and B, why in the hell am I choosing a topic that no one else is talking about but me? Did you ever go at every YouTuber that criticized Peterson for his absurdly stupid stance against being anonymous online? Probably not. And if you did, get a life. But no, you're in my comment section, whinging like a fucking fat fanboy because I dared have the brass balls to criticize your messiah. The stupid thing about all of this is as well, I have no problem with Peterson. Hell, I don't disagree with him on anything, except this. Oh, and the anonymous thing as well, because that's just insane. But you know how the fanboys are. If you dare have a dissenting opinion, oh, you know you're gonna draw out the Puritans. I really shouldn't even have had to address those comments, but oh, they were too dim-witted to pass up. In fact, of all the dumb posts I've had in my comments section in the last year, you two yahoos take the cake. Congratulations. Never said jack about Peterson in hundreds of videos, but one disagreement. Oh, you're chasing clout. Fuck off. If one dissenting opinion is enough to rattle your ire, then do the world a favor and try and grow some thicker skin instead of a third freaking chin. Oh, and one last thing. Those of you who deleted your comments after I said I'm gonna make this video, you're a coward. If you believe I was wrong and you were right and I picked your comment, I would look like an idiot or an asshole. But no, you deleted it because you're a bitch. If you're gonna throw stones, at least have a pair of your own and stand by your conviction. As a matter of fact, if I do this format again, and I likely will, I'll do it this way from now on. I'll take the comments I want to use first, then tell people I'm making the video. That way, if the comment goes missing, then I'll weed out the weasels who delete their comments. And if people ask, well, Spoon, how do we know you don't take the comments and then delete them before you release the video? Simple. I'd look like a two-faced hypocrite doing that, and I would lose credibility. You can easily accuse me of using fake comments that never existed. That's how. I'd have nothing to gain by doing that. Secondly, the author would just have to repost the comment to expose me deleting theirs if they believe their comment was correct. There we go. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.